Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We are going to be breaking down UFC Fight Night Vera versus Cruz. And yeah, it's a very eventful card. You're probably wondering why I'm in this angle. It's not very normal. I have an internet outage currently, so I have to film this on my phone. I was gonna live stream it, but YouTube won't let me. So this is what we're resorting to. So yeah, let's get immediately into the card. This was a very rough card for my picks. I think I jumped the gun on underdogs this week, but yeah, we'll be fine. But yeah, let's get started on the first fight. If you see me looking down, I'm just writing down timestamps. Blackshear versus Youssef Zalal. I chose Blackshear in this fight. It ended up being a majority draw. Blackshear took the first 2 rounds, and then Zalal 10-8'd the last round, hitting with a lot of body shots and hit him down quite a bit. But yeah, I chose Blackshear here, but it did become a draw. I'm sure you got a lot of value out of that. But yeah, there's nothing much to say for this one, so I'm gonna move on. But yeah, good draw, I guess. I think, yeah, one of the judges gave him a 29-28 or something like that for Blackshear, and then the 2 other judges did 28-28. So yeah, let's move on. Up the card, we have Josh Quinland versus Jason Witt. It went exactly how I kind of predicted. I assumed it would be a little bit quicker, but still a first round KO. Quinland didn't do much early on, but did get taken down. I was a little worried when he did get taken down, but got up pretty fast. And then knocked out Jason Witt when he's throwing like a body kick, but he's like really close when he threw the body kick. Yeah, got caught. But yeah, good win for Josh Quinland. Doesn't want to hurt anybody, but takes roids. But yeah, good win for him. I'd like to see what he does on next, but has some incredible power. But yeah, let's move on up the card to Tyson Nam versus Ode Osbourne. This fight was very weird. I picked Ode Osbourne in the event that he wouldn't throw a flying knee in the air and then get caught on the way down. Got caught on the way down, flipped backwards, and or rolled backwards, and then got finished on the ground. It was very rough. But yeah, good win for Tyson Nam. Did have that knockout power. I took that into account when I did make the pick, but I don't know. I thought Ode Osbourne was gonna be a little smarter in there, but still a very good win for Tyson Nam. Not much to get into there. Is relatively early. Ode Osbourne was winning the fight, but did get caught. But yeah, let's move on up the card to one of my bad underdog picks. He was doing pretty well earlier. Gabriel Benitez versus Charlie Ontiveros. I think I got a little excited with the underdog picks because last week I didn't choose many. So I figured, okay, I'll choose a bunch of underdog picks this week. Not like just to force it, but I was like, okay, I can see how this guy would win. Just rush Benitez. I wasn't too sure on Benitez's shin, but his shin's pretty solid. We found out Ontiveros did land a couple axe kicks, high kicks, some pretty good shots on him. He took it pretty well. Benitez, he did stuff Benitez's takedown initially, and then got taken down, and then finished on the ground with a ground and pound. But yeah, good win for Benitez. Got a really good cheers in the crowd. Yeah, that's it. Good for him. But yeah, the picks are not looking good right now. I think it's split with the draw in place right now, but picks are looking rough this whole entire card. I'm just gonna be honest. But yeah, good win for Gabriel Benitez. I probably won't take Charlie Ontiveros again. Don't trust his chin. His takedown defense was okay, but like it's just always gonna be over in the first round with him. So yeah, let's move on up the card to Nunes versus Cynthia Calvillo. Nunes won the fight by decision, I believe. She looked pretty good in this fight. It was really quick. Had some very damaging shots, powerful shots. did retire at the end though. Yeah, there's not much to go through there. She did pretty well. She had a pretty good performance. I think there was certain times where she did end up on the ground and Calvillo jumped on her, but got up. So yeah, a good one for her. She wants to go get some more kids. So good for her. We'll move on up the card. Happy retirement, I guess. But yeah, I got that one wrong too. Yeah, we got Martin Buday versus Lukasz. They're saying Brzeski or Brzeski on commentary. I don't know. But this fight was a robbery, without a doubt. I didn't think Buday did enough to win this. I thought Brzeski was hitting way more damaging shots than Buday, and I think he outlanded him too. So I was really surprised to see Buday win. I think maybe there's an argument for Buday in the second round, but even then, I don't know. But yeah, they were throwing pretty early in the fight. It was a pretty fun fight to watch. We started out pretty well early on the card and ended pretty solidly on the card too. Very well made card. Very well, I guess, not very, I mean, it's an alright card. I mean, the fights on there were a little iffy, but it wasn't nothing too crazy on the card, but they all ended relatively well. Entertainingly, at least. But yeah, I don't know what to get from this fight other than Martin Buday got handed a win, but good for Brzeski, I guess. He looked very well in this fight. I'll take that in consideration for the next one. But yeah, let's move on up the card. I did take Martin Buday, by the way, and so I got this one wrong. Well, I guess I got it right, technically, but it's really wrong. But yeah, let's move on up the card to Angela Hill versus Lupita Godinez. This fight ended in a decision. Lupita Godinez looked all right. She just wanted to stay on the feet. Did hurt Angela Hill relatively early in the fight. I guess didn't want to use her takedowns. Not much in there. I guess Angela Hill did pretty well defending him. But Lupita Godinez is still developing. She does still looks pretty good. Her stand-up is pretty solid too. Has a lot of power in her hands, things like that. But Angela Hill is also pretty solid on the feet. Was able to score some of those rounds from her. And yeah, good one for Angela Hill. I thought people were saying this was her retirement match. I don't even know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention right, but maybe she lost as a retirement. Yeah, I'm not sure what goes on after that. I don't think she put her gloves in the octagon. Maybe I missed it, but yeah, good win for Angela Hill. Let's move on up the card to a wonderful fight. Oh, GM3 versus Bruno Silva. I don't know what happened to Bruno Silva in this fight. I mean, he's landing some good shots. He wasn't as active on the feet at all, though. Like, I don't know. Like, he was landing some good shots, like, enough to make Meerschaert, like, pay attention. Like, okay, I need to clinch with them and things like that. Meerschaert was just beating the crap out of him. I think, in the third round, the second or third round, he finished, no, it was the third round. I think he hit Bruno Silva with the body shot, like even a leg kick. Like, I don't even know if Meerschaert was even kicking the legs too much at that point, but he like completely dead legged him. I mean, it was just a really weird performance by Bruno Silva. I don't know if he's like, I don't know if I should say it, but like, I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. Weird performance for him. I think got body hit and then left hooked and then went to the ground and choked out. Very weird performance. Took all the shots from Alex Pereira, but I guess not Gerald Meerschaert. Yeah, some really weird wins in this card, but we move on to another weird win. We go, what, 9:30. Priscila Cachoeira versus Ariane Lipski. I'm doing horrible on this card at this point. I'm like 3. Let's count. We're not going to count the draw, I guess. So I'm 1, 2 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. now 2-6. So it's not looking very well on the card. I'm not really counting Damon Blackshear versus Youssef Zalal. It was a draw. I mean, I kid. So it'd be like 2-7, I guess, since I didn't predict a draw. But yeah, Priscila Cachoeira knocks out Ariane Lipski. I think I did say that she's pretty like dirty in the pocket. Like her area is in the pocket, so she's able to get in there. I would think she would be able to get her, but I thought Ariane Lipski was going to keep it at distance a little bit more, pick her apart a little bit more. But Priscila Cachoeira just went in there, finished the job relatively easily, and yeah, good one for her. Not much to take away from it, just a great win for her. I'm not sure what happened with Ariane Lipski last week. I think I heard something about COVID. Maybe it's COVID. I don't know. I don't think that was right, but yeah, good one for Priscila Cachoeira. Next fight at the card, Azamat Murzakanov versus Devin Clark. Azamat Murzakanov won this fight. I think it was by like a body shot and then punches. Yeah, he looked pretty. I mean, it was a little back and forth in the first round. Devin Clark is like super explosive and punches pretty fast and things like that. But Murzakanov is like just super powerful and things like that. So he's keeping Devin Clark in check. There's a point where he like kept stumbling Devin Clark, and Devin Clark would like run away and commentary. He's like, "Oh, why would he clinch with that?" It's like, okay, he's trying to stop him from running away. Chill out. But yeah, he grabbed him, clinched him. I think he ended up on the ground and just started whamming body punches on the ground. I think in the second round or the first round. I want to say it's the first round. I don't remember which round it was. And then the next round over, freaking lands a perfect body shot in the middle of Devin Clark's chest, or body. Sorry, not chest. Body. And completely makes him collapse. And finishes the fight there. So good win for Azamat Murzakanov. And yeah, predicted that one right. So that's nice. But yeah, good one for him. We'll move on up the card to Yasmin Irigoyen versus Yasmin Lucindo. I chose Lucindo just for the power aspect. I mean, she was doing pretty well in the first round. I think she might have won the first round, if I'm right. I think. But it was a pretty interesting fight. It was pretty back and forth for most of it. Irigoyen was like insanely fast, like really quick. Her punches actually looked pretty well too. When I was looking at her tape, and it was normally all over the place, but freaking Lucindo's was all over the place. I'm just gonna be real. He's like just swinging punches. Yeah, good win for Irigoyen here. Right person won here. Really close fight though. Either person probably could have won that. I'm happy it went to Irigoyen because I think I edged it to her. But yeah, good one for her. Let's move on up the card to Nate Landwehr versus David Onama. I believe this was fight of the night. It was a really fun fight to watch. Yeah, the first round, Nate Landwehr was getting pieced up, and then he ended up catching David Onama, and they got out of the first round, and it was just all like all hell breaking loose in the next two rounds. I mean, they lost like most of their energy like halfway through the second round. We're just like throwing like slow punches. Freaking Nate Landwehr would always he was pretty smart, got him in a clinch and started kneeing him, put Onama to the ground, and didn't want to be on the ground. Like he's getting really tired. Like he probably could have ended the fight, got up and was like pumping up the crowd a little bit. But yeah, good one for Nate Landwehr. I was a little worried in the third round that he might get like KO'd. When he did stand him up for the third time, I was like, oh shit, like can you imagine? But yeah, good one for Nate the Train. I feel like he's gotten like a little bit of star power from this fight. Like one of those like Nate Diaz speeches, like where you don't fucking understand what he's saying, like I'm not surprised, motherfucker, that kind of thing. But like mama didn't raise no bitch, like that guy, you know what I mean? But he's a very entertaining fighter. pretty good on the mic. He was pretty smart about that. Had that, it's that Colby thing, you know, because I think he fights at MMA Masters. Like, they certainly got a unique skill set over there. I think they have Rafael Alves, Nate the Train, and Colby Covington. Like, they're all kind of different, which is very interesting. But yeah, good one for Nate Landwehr. Did not predict that, but I'm completely fine with it. I was rooting for him. I was rooting for Dominick Cruz in this next fight, which is very rough to watch. But yeah, let's move on up the card to Chito Vera versus Dominick Cruz. Part of this fight hurt me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was cheering for Dominick Cruz. I predicted Chito Vera in like the 3rd or 4th round TKO. I think I said Dominick Cruz by decision or Chito Vera by TKO in the 3rd or 4th round. So I went with Chito Vera. KO in the 4th round. But yeah, Dominick Cruz actually looked really well. I think there's an argument he could have won 3-0 that 3rd round. I think there's an argument he could win, but he definitely won the first 2. Was beating the crap out of Chito Vera. Yeah. It was very rough to watch. But yeah, in the 3rd round, I think he got dropped. The only reason why it was super close is because like Dominick, it was close in striking numbers, I believe. And I think there's only one clear position change. I think Dominick Cruz did get dropped in that round. But yeah, 4th round, Dominick Cruz went to escape. I think it was on his right, actually. Got head kicked, went out. Chito Vera finished him. Very hard to watch. I don't know what happens to Dominick Cruz after this fight. I think he should retire, go on commentary. I like him on commentary despite what people say. I think he's pretty good. Looking at the reactions, I mean, I can understand. You see like this being like, oh, and then freaking, oh, I felt so bad for DC, dude. DC was just like so sad. I felt so bad for him. I think most of us were feeling like that at home for people who actually like Dominick Cruz. But yeah, good one for Chito Vera. I am a little worried. 5 rounds do favor him, but I am a little worried. I think Frankie Edgar gave him a little bit of a harder fight. It wasn't like Dominick Cruz or like Rob Font, but he gave him a harder fight and then KO'd him. Rob Font was winning most of their fight, and then he was getting knocked down every round. And then Dominick Cruz winning 3 rounds straight, got knocked down in like the 1st and the 3rd, and then got KO'd in the 4th. So what I'm worried about is for Chito is that like he's getting outstruck a lot of rounds until like the last part of it. Like even in the 4th round, Dominick Cruz was doing pretty well against Chito. Like not the same productiveness, but he's doing pretty solid still in the 4th round. I do think Chito was winning it though. But Dominick Cruz was doing pretty solid. And I don't know. I don't know if he can do that to like a Jan. A Jan versus Chito Vera in 5 rounds would be very interesting because Jan starts very slow. But yeah, to like a really tough opponents, to young, tough opponents. Like Dominick Cruz is like 37, 38 years old. His shin's probably not going to be there anymore. He's not going to be as tough as he used to be. And chin-wise, like he's going to get hit and dropped. But tougher opponents might make Chito Vera struggle a little bit. Quite a bit, actually, if they can't get knocked out like that. So like a Jan. Sterling will be a very interesting fight. I do think Sterling will probably take out Chito Vera just from his wrestling. Dominick Cruz did wrestle him at one point, but Chito Vera did sprawl the rest. But I do think Aljamain probably has better wrestling than Dominick Cruz. And then, I don't know, just the tougher opponents in the top 5. I don't know if I even see actually, he can. I think the fact that he's really good in 5 rounds benefits him a lot. But I think the wrestlers like Aljo and the tough guys like Jan will give him a harder time in the octagon. But yeah, that's what I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will release the picks for the next card tomorrow on Sunday at 2 p.m., probably 5 p.m. Eastern. I think it's still a 3-hour difference. I don't know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. It'll be the regular format tomorrow too. But yeah, thank you.